I went to the doctor's today. And now I'm dancing. I don't know, I'm in that kind of mood today, kind of feeling silly, so thought I'd go with it. So now that I went to the doctor's, I finally have a clear plan for the future. I had a vague, somewhat clear, somewhat unclear plan before, but now everything has been confirmed and I actually know what to expect for the future. So on the immunotherapy front, things have been delayed another 2 weeks, meaning that my next treatment will be on the 17th of June. Still waiting for someone to call me from the hospital to confirm the exact time, but the date has been confirmed. The other thing regarding, well, more not necessarily immunotherapy, just in general, me speaking to my doctor, is I got the 2 forms that I need for long-term disability to begin that process. So in a couple months, when I get to that point and short-term disability runs out, I'll be able to hopefully be accepted for that, and that will add another 6 months, bringing the total amount of disability that I'm eligible for to a year in total. And the reason why it's only a year, even though, these forms are for long-term disability, is because my cancer was pre-existing when I started the job by a week, of course, but technically pre-existing. So because of that, I didn't qualify for the long-term disability for my work, which honestly really sucks because the amount that I'm currently getting is barely enough to cover my expenses, and long-term disability would have been higher. But in this case, since I'm only eligible for the long-term disability that's provided by the government, first of all, it's only 6 months. And second of all, the amount is pretty much the same that I'm getting now. So on an income level, doesn't really change anything. It just kind of stretches things out. But we'll see. It's a while before I get there. I don't know what to expect. My life keeps changing so drastically and rapidly nowadays that I have no idea what the situation is going to be like at that point. However, it is nice to be able to have the forms and to be able to begin that process. Now, if we go back to more specific things, on the radiotherapy front, everything has finally been confirmed. Took 2 weeks, but starting on Monday, I'm going to start getting radiotherapy, and that will be every single day for 5 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. And then the week after that, they're kind of giving me a break. They always like to give a break between radiotherapy and immunotherapy. That's why my next immunotherapy has been pushed back 2 weeks rather than only one. So pretty much next week, radiotherapy, then 1 week off, and then the week after that will be immunotherapy. Hopefully by then, all these symptoms that I currently have will be completely gone. From what they told me, I could experience an intensity or more intense version of the symptoms, so breathlessness and coughing, for a couple days or a couple weeks after I receive the treatments. It's also possible that I will experience absolutely no side effects of that, which would be really cool. But if it does happen, I'm hoping that by the time I get immunotherapy, all that's kind of taken care of, things are back to normal, and I can, maybe go back to enjoying life and maybe start working out again, maybe potentially start running that, I don't know. Definitely going for more and longer walks, that will definitely be nice. But just the fact that it's all going to be behind me soon, well, not everything, of course, but the radiotherapy, that part, the fact that I'm, now taking medication for seizures, so I don't really need to worry about that. So, by this time, this time next week, because we're near the end of the week. So, a little more than a week from now, theoretically, everything could be back to normal. All I need to worry about is every 3 weeks, go to immunotherapy. So I'm really looking forward to that. But at the same time, I don't want to have any expectations because life is unexpected. You never know what will happen. Kind of like with the medication. And every time I go down to that 2 milligrams per day, something happens. However, I'm optimistic this time because today happens to be the exact day that I went back down to 2 milligrams again. And so far, so good. And the reason why I believe that is because, the expression third time's a charm. Well, even though it is only an expression, it is an expression in English. It is an expression in French. It's an expression in Spanish. There's a reason for that. I'm going to be optimistically positive, delusionally positive, depending on your perspective, and assume that, you know what? Yeah, that statement is true. Third time is a charm. Nothing bad is going to happen this time. Everything's going to be great. Everything's going to go back to normal. I'm looking forward to that. It'll definitely be nice. Wow, it seems like the last videos are kind of shorter. In general, because of who I am, I've developed this ability to just talk and talk and talk and talk. And because of the time limit that that TikTok has imposed on myself, because I also upload the videos to TikTok and there's a 10-minute limit. Because of that imposed limit, I often get to the end and I kind of like glance at the timer and I'm like, oh, I'm almost out of time. Like I need to end this. But yeah, the last couple of videos have been shorter. So I guess if you enjoy shorter videos, you're welcome. If you don't, well, sorry. And hopefully the next one will be longer. Although I did miss the button, that kind of lengthens it by a couple of seconds. So cool.